Imagine this scenario. You're rushing for an important meeting and your car decides to break down in the middle of nowhere. You are frustrated because you have somewhere to get to, and that was the list of the things you would want to deal with at that time, because you're rushing, probably you're even running late, but then you really need to get to your destination. And the list of your problems, the list of things you want to deal with at that point is a car that is giving you problems. And not to even mention, it is breaking down at a place where you can barely get help, or you know a lift or something, an alternative, so you're just stuck. This is a very devastating situation, right? But this happens to a lot of us when we are so focused on those things you're working on. We are so driven by ambition that we don't take care of our well-being. We are so focused on the destination, that place we are headed, that thing we want to create, that thing we want to achieve, that we don't make out time to take care of our body. And in the case of that car, that hypothetical car, it may have been showing you signs. Maybe you're ignoring some of the red lights on your dashboard, or the sounds on your tire, or from the sounds from different parts of the car, and you're not making out time to take it to the mechanic to have it checked. Maybe you've been saying you are going to take it to the mechanic after this meeting, but the car had had enough and it wasn't going to take you anywhere. It was tired, right? All the bad decisions you had made before that time had already caught up with the car. And this is the same thing with our body. Our body is that vehicle, it's just like that vehicle, just like that car, because our body is a vessel that keeps, we keep taking to one place or the other, and then we're not taking care of our body. We see the signs, or our body gives us the signs, because our body keeps on talking to us, but we ignore all of the signs, and we're like, oh, I have this target, I have this thing I need to do, I have this target I need to get to at this particular time, and until I get to this target, I'm not going to rest, I'm not going to take some time off. And what happens at the end of the day is that your body crashes. And when it crashes, you're unable to get those things done. You now have to rest, you now have to take it slow. Your body will demand it of you. So in the process of creating this life that you want, in the process of pursuing this ambition, which I always support, I am urging you to also pay attention to your well-being. Self-care, self-love, self-respect is all encapsulated into your well-being. What are those things you do to show yourself, to your body, that you love it, that you respect it, that you honor it, and that you care for it? Now, self-care isn't just about doing the things those nice things like going shopping, getting your nails done, and all of that. Sometimes self-care looks like going to the gym, because you need to take care of your body and do the things that are needed to ensure that your body is in a good state and a good shape, because you understand the mind-body connection. You know that when you get to exercise, somehow when you get to exercise, you release hormones that help you to get into a very good mood, or you have some level of clarity, mind clarity. It reduces brain fog, and you're able to process information better. You're able to be more present, right? So when you exercise, you know that you get some of those benefits from exercising. So you're taking care of your body, because you need this vessel to move you towards that destination you're headed towards, because this is your vehicle. This is the vehicle taking you to that destination, which is your vision, or that dream life you want to create for yourself, which I believe, if you've been on this channel, is the life of fulfillment and meaning, whatever that looks like for you. Now, you're taking care of the physical needs of your body by exercise, or you know that self-care could also be you sleeping at the right time rather than going through your phone, spending so much time scrolling on social media or working into the night. You're giving yourself the needed rest it needs. For every other thing our body needs, for every other thing our body needs to thrive, there is an alternative. If you're dehydrated because you're not drinking enough water, you can get on an IV drip and it will take care of your hydration needs. If you lack certain nutrients, you can take nutritional supplements and it will take care of those nutrients needs. But when it comes, even when you're not getting enough air, you can get on a nebulizer or on oxygen, and then you'll get the needed oxygen you need for your body. But when it comes to sleep, there is no replacement for sleep other than sleep. And when you're not sleeping well, it's like you taking a debt from your body that your body is going to demand for. And I have noticed this anytime I am not sleeping well, because as a result of maybe a project I'm working on or something that demands my attention, that is forcing me to change my schedule for a bit, what happens is that I become highly irritable. It feels like I'm wearing my emotions on my sleeves because I'm not resting well. Now, there are certain brain functions that don't kick in until you hit your bed and you sleep well. There are certain things your body cannot do until you're getting enough sleep. So not sleeping is very detrimental to your body. And you want a situation where you're taking care of your body. And one way to do this is for you to sleep well. I love to talk about sleep because it is one thing that has been ignored. And a lot of people come up and say, successful high achievers don't sleep all through the night. And I say it's not true. From the people I have spoken to, they get to sleep very well. It's either they're sleeping all through the night or they're making up for that sleep some other time during the day because of different engagements and things like that. But sleep is a non-negotiable, especially when you get to do a lot of brain work. You would see the difference when you sleep for at least 7 to 8 hours as opposed to maybe 5 or 4 hours. You would see the difference in your brain activity. You experience more energy and things like that. One of the major causes of stress is our inability to sleep. Now, when we sleep well, we are better able to deal with life's jabs, all the things that life is going to throw at us. We are better able to deal with it. We are not putting ourselves under unnecessary pressure that creates stress. Or when it even comes to certain health complications like diabetes, high blood pressure, and all of that, when we are sleeping well, we tend to prevent most of all those illnesses from happening as much as possible. So sleep is very important for you to take care of your body. And one of the reasons why a lot of people are scared of aging is because they have not been taking care of their body, and there is this fear that the changes they're going to experience in their body will be very drastic, that they won't be able to enjoy their old age. So if you want to age, if you want to live a long life, aging is going to happen whether you like it or not. And the only way you get to age well is for you to start taking care of your body right now, if you haven't been doing that. And if you've been doing it, well done, congratulations. And another way you can show your body care, you can take care of yourself, is by eating well, all the things that you're feeding your body with. Now, when I talk about nutrition for the body, it's not just about your food, the food you eat. It's about the things you allow into your mind through your ears and your eyes. So just as you're taking care of your stomach by the things you're ingesting through your mouth, you want to be very attentive to what you're allowing into your mind as well. Again, when it comes to what we're ingesting through our mouths, you have the mind-gut connection, because there are a lot of foods that we eat that affect the way our brain boots. There are some foods you eat and you experience this energy dip. You feel very sluggish and all of that, or some gives you a lot of energy to, go about your day and things like that. So you want to pay attention to all of that. You're feeding your body with what it really needs to operate optimally. And then you, loving yourself isn't just about, talking about body positivity and, things like that. It's also about you truly accepting yourself. For a lot of women, we have a lot of insecurities when it comes to certain parts of our bodies. And when I see people trying to change, this part of their bodies, say through weight loss or weight gain or surgery and things like that, I often see that a lot of people don't create the results that they desire because they haven't even accepted the body that they have to start with. You cannot change what you haven't accepted. So it is very important that you accept this body, that this body was given to you specifically to meet your needs in this world for the life you've been created to live. So whatever it is, however it is your body looks like, it's to your advantage, even if it looks like it's a disadvantage to other people. All you need to do is look at how you can, make the most out of the body you have, improve it where you need to, but then start by loving it and accepting it. Start by accepting it, and then you do a lot of improvements to ensure that you're taking care of it. One of the laws of nature is entropy. So that is when you don't use anything, the natural state of anything is disorder, right? So if, let's say, you have your body and you're not taking care of it, you're not doing things to help your body improve, what happens is that your body goes into disorder, experiencing ache in different parts of your body. You hit your leg and your ankle or your hip bone shifts or something something drastic happens. But then when you are going to the gym, you're exercising. Even when you're not going to the gym, you're exercising, you're doing yoga and different things, different activities that would help you stay fit. What happens is that you are restoring order to your body. You are helping your body function optimally. But when you leave your body without doing anything about it, it just begins to fall into disorder. It's either you're growing fats at different areas, or things are not, maybe some joints are not as flexible as they used to be, and things like that. So age isn't what really makes us lose mobility and things, and begin to fall ill. It is because we haven't been taking care of our body from the time we're supposed to, doing all of the work that is required to ensure that we are in a good we are in an optimal state of being in our body. When we have been ignoring our body for the longest, what happens is that it just goes into disorder, and so it is very important that you have a system that helps you take care of your body. You are constantly listening to your body. If you're sleeping more than expected, you know what the problem is. If you're eating more than expected, you know what the problem is. You're able to listen to your body when your body is speaking to you. There are times when I have a very amazing relationship with my body. When I begin to crave certain things, I know that is my body telling me that it needs those things. Now, it's not like craving sugar and all of that. Sugar cravings means something else. But then when I am craving maybe my green smoothie and all of that, I know, okay, there is something that needs to be done. So it is very important that you listen to your body and you take action. For a lot of people, you get this signs, you get this, maybe your body is beginning to act in a way that it's acts regularly. Maybe you're experiencing some twitching in certain parts of your body. It is calling for some level of some attention. All those unusual reactions, or all of those unusual reactions or movements in your body or sounds in your body is calling for your attention. So it is very necessary and important that you pay attention to where things are different. If before now you used to be able to do certain things and now you don't do things like that anymore, it isn't just about aging. In fact, who taught us? I often ask this question, right? Who taught us that getting old should make us weaker? If you are taking care of your body, getting old should actually get you stronger. When things get older, we say they get stronger, right? Let's say, what am I going to use as an example? Let's say you have a concrete wall. You hear things like, oh, this was built way back. So the structure, the things that were used to build this concrete wall were very quality materials. So the older it gets, the stronger it becomes. For us to be able to also have a body that gets stronger as we age, we need to start paying attention to it from very young. I've seen 70-year-olds lift weights that 20-year-olds or even 30-year-olds struggle to lift because their body has gotten stronger over time. So you want a situation where you are paying attention to your body, you're giving it what it needs so that it can take you through this journey of creating the life that you desire. I hope this helps you to begin to make better decisions on what you're feeding your body with, how much you're accepting your body, and how you're putting your body in motion to ensure that you are doing the things you need to do to preserve this container in which you're existing in, and ensure that this vehicle, this container, carries you to that destination that you seek. I hope you found this useful. Do well to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Bye.